Peace, 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 family. My name is Michael Jordan, and I am the Sirius Alchemist. In today's video, we'll be talking about the great voodoo queen, Marie Laveau. That's right, Marie Laveau, the great voodoo queen of New Orleans. Excuse me, we'll be discussing her life, her legacy, which was great. You know, her magic was just out of this world. You know what I'm saying? Literally, it was just literally out of this world. And very, very powerful magic Miss Laveau used. And I am a devotee of Miss Laveau. I study her work. I'm very fond of her work. I'm a fan of hers. Her rituals and her magic were just amazing. I mean, when I read her stories, I'm just in awe when I read the stories of Miss Laveau and the things she did. She was such a um, you know, community type individual. You know, she cared about her community, she cared about her people, but you know, she worked the dark arts in a way that she didn't play. You know, she used the white and the black magic, you know what I mean? Or she used the dark and the light arts. You know what I'm saying? And she used it with such skill and precision that I mean, there's very few that could compete with Miss Laveau. And yeah, Miss Laveau was just amazing with her magic. And when you go to New Orleans, when you go visit New Orleans down in the French quarters, you recognize the power that she had, because they have a shop down there named after her, and all the stories and legends about her and how she was such a giver and caring person, but she wasn't nobody to play with, or she wasn't nobody to mess with, because everybody in town feared Miss Laveau, or a lot of people feared Miss Laveau. They knew the power, and they knew she knew what she was doing with the dark arts, you know. So today's video is about Miss Laveau, and you know, just honoring her legacy and what she did. And this is why I have this statue back here, Lakshmi. Miss Laveau, she had statues and she called them grizz, right? And that was where her magic was rooted, in her grizz, right? So there's a story in the book about another practitioner in town, another lady that was trying to challenge and take Miss Laveau's spot of the Queen of New Orleans, right? The Queen of Voodoo of New Orleans. But Miss Laveau said, okay, you're gonna try to come up against the Queen? Okay, you're gonna try to come up against the Queen. So Miss Laveau went to her spot, to her crib, and took her grizz, which is her statue, her power. You know what I'm saying? Took her power joint. Now that's gangster, right? She went to her crib, right, and snatched her grizz and took it. So if that happens in the magical community, you know, in the spiritual community, if somebody come to your house and get your grizz, they got your magic. You done. They got your power. They got power over you. They the queen. They got the power. You know what I'm saying? They the one in power now because they got your grizz, right? So when I read that story, I was like, wow, you know, wow. That kind of power. I said, as humans walking the earth, we have access to that kind of power, right? And that's why these Europeans, the powers that were, don't want us messing with this voodoo, this dark arts, this magic, because they know that's where our power lies. And it's coming from within, not from without, right? It's coming from within. You understand what I'm trying to say? So when you look within, like Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within. So that's where your power lies, in your chakras. You know what I'm saying? Learn about your chakra system that you got all through the body, the kundalini that resides at the base of the spine. I mean, you got a whole universe that's inside of you. If you look at the word your own universe. That's you, your own universe. But anyway, back to Miss Laveau. She was just amazing. I just sit here sometimes and just sit in awe when I think about the following she has. And I mean, she's a Loa now. She's an ancestor now. And I talk to her all the time and try to get advice from her and, tips on how to get better with my magic and my grizz. And, this is Lakshmi back here, where everybody anybody that watched some of Bobby's videos know that, Lakshmi, that's my grizz. That's how I get mine. It's Lakshmi. That's my power base right there. So, yeah. But back to Marie Laveau, who the video's about. And then I've been reading this book on her that y'all need to get. The Magic of Marie Laveau, the Voodoo Queen of New Orleans, Embracing the Spiritual Legacy. Man, this is an awesome work. Y'all need to grab this piece right here because it's an awesome work. And the author, Denise Alvarado, she did a hell of a job on this book. So I want to shout out to her. I want to give a shout out to her because she did one hell of a job on this book. So, if I was y'all, I would go cop this piece. It's an excellent book. It's an excellent read. And for the practitioners out there, it's a must have, if you scrap around with the voodoo, because myself, I mess with it all. There ain't a spiritual science out there that I don't mess with. There ain't shit out there that I'm scared of. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know thyself. When you know thyself, you understand that you are the powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? You are the goddess. You know what I'm saying? But back to Marie Laveau, the Voodoo Queen of New Orleans. If you're ever down there in the French Quarters, go check out that little shop they got down there. It's a nice little shop. It's white people running it. You got Europeans running it now. But, that don't matter. Her name is on it. And, I mean, they got a lot of magical stuff in there. Candles, statues, a lot of stuff. But Marie, her spells were very, very powerful. Very, 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 very powerful. So what I'm saying to you, brothers and sisters, that same power that Marie tapped into, all of us have the ability to tap into that kind of power. You know what I'm saying? We all have that ability. Just a second, let me get some water, guys. Yeah, but I want to say we all have that ability to tap into that power. So with that being said, I made this video to let people know about Marie Laveau, the great voodoo queen. And if you ever, ever, ever go to New Orleans, go down there to the French Quarters and see what's going on about there and talk to the people that live down there about Marie Laveau and her legacy. Man, it's powerful. Man, after I'm gone and people talk to me like talk about me like that, man, I mean, you can't ask for nothing more than that. You know what I'm saying? That's what a spiritual being lives for. That's what a chosen one lives for. You know what I mean? To pull down energies from other dimensions and have them manifest down in the physical that you could leave here for other beings to learn from and future generations to see and study and learn how to move on planet Earth or planet Kai. So yeah, Marie Laveau. Today's video is about Marie Laveau, and I really, 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 really look up to this woman, this priestess, this goddess. She had very high magic, and to me, she was an airbender. She was more like an airbender because she bended New Orleans to her will. You know what I'm saying? She bended the city of New Orleans to her will. She had police commissioner on her side. She had the mayor on her side. Everybody in New Orleans feared this woman. Why do you think that was so? Because of the magic she practiced, because of her confidence in the magic, and she knew that was one way that she could help her people, right? And she knew that was one way that she could leave her legacy. You know what I'm saying? And there's a little story in here I want to read. It's the introduction about it's a little introduction about how she was born, you know what I mean? How she came into this world. And see if I can find it real quick. See if I can find it real quick and read it. Yeah, the birth of a queen, right? And it says, it is impossible to predict where our descendants will end up as a result of our life experiences. Marguerite Marie Laveau's great-grandmother was sold as a child from Senegal by African slave traders to Europeans and sent to the Americas in the belly of a slave ship. Imagine that, fam. Imagine that. But anyway, who could have possibly known that as a result, her great-granddaughter will become the leader of a new religion, right? Elevate to the status of a Loa after death and be revered globally. This woman was revered globally, y'all. Can you imagine that? And was born right here in the Americas from an African mother from Senegal. Now tell me if that ain't some alchemy happening right there, right here. And she came to the U.S. and did this. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit more. Not much is known about Marguerite, but according to Carolyn Monroe Long, records indicate Marguerite and her daughter Catherine, age 2, were listed in the property inventory of a white Creole named Henry Roach, aka Belair, in 1756. Catherine's father is listed as a black man named Jean Belair, about whom nothing further is known. He may also have been a slave of Henry Roach, as evidenced by the last name of Belair. Slaves often took on the last name of their master because they were considered property and not recognized as having identities of their own. So, you know what I'm saying? Imagine that, fam. Imagine that, fam. Y'all know the history of America. And see, a lot of times we think that, you know, that slavery, you know, was really bad. And I'm not saying that it was good. Don't misconstrue my words. I'm not saying that it was good. What I'm saying is that good can come out of bad. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So I in no way can misconstrue my words. Am I saying slavery was good? I'm saying that good things can come out of bad things that happen. So as we can see, Miss Laveau was born from a woman that was enslaved. I'm going to use the proper word. She was enslaved, forced to be enslaved, and had Miss Laveau. So one of those children will become Marie's mother, named Marguerite, after her grandmother. Although I have never read it written this way, I think it is important to note that her children could likely be the product of rape, a common act of power and violence perpetrated by slave owners or kidnapper owners. That's why I say they were kidnappers, family. They was kidnappers, not slave owners. They were motherfucking kidnappers. Let's keep it real. So the kidnapper owners, women were viewed as property, and sexual abuse and exploitation were rampant throughout the Americas. We know that. Y'all, we know that from, what happened here by seeing these movies and stuff about what happened in slavery. But matter of fact, family, there's a movie that I'm going to be posting here pretty soon called Goodbye, Uncle Tom. And it's about what really happened in slavery. And that movie was banned in the Americas for a long time, but your boy got it, and I'm going to post it. So y'all look for that. It's called Goodbye, Uncle Tom, and I'll be posting that real soon in the next couple of days. So y'all look for that, family. But Marie Laveau was, this sister, man, was amazing. So I'm telling this story to let other people see that there's power in this stuff. And the powers that were understand that there's power in it. And that's why they make it scary and make you don't want to mess with it. Because to be honest with you, I was scared of it. When I first got into it, I was a little scared from being in the church because I came up through the church. And so it was kind of scary to me. But if it wasn't for Bobby, And first I started with my man, Dr. York. You know what I'm saying? So that's what opened me up to read and start researching these things, right? But then when I started reading and researching, I said, damn, there's something to this. There's a lot of power in this. That's why this European trying to keep us away from this stuff, because there's a lot of power in it. Because like I said, your power is within in here, not out here. Because these two eyes will fool you, you know, and a lot of times I was trying to develop my power through my ego. And ain't no way you're gonna get no power through your ego. You're gonna lose every time fucking with the ego. You know what I'm saying? You got to put the ego in check. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this work does. It helps you put the ego in check. And it helps you do the shadow work that's needed. Because if you're not doing the shadow work, then you have a lot of problems. You got to go heal that inner child. You know what I'm saying? You got to go heal that young man that's in there. He needs healing. He needs healing. But back to Marie Laveau, I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna end this video. But today, what's today's date? Today's date is Friday, April 7th, 2023. This video titled The Magic of Marie Laveau, or the high magic of Marie Laveau, because she was a priestess. She was a high priestess, Marie Laveau. So anybody out there, go check this book out. It's just a book, because the woman, I mean, this woman was amazing. The things she did was amazing, and the things you can do will be amazing. You can do greater things than she did. So I'm just sharing this to show other folks that, hey, we all have the power. We all have it. And I love what this woman did. I love her example that she left behind, because I'm trying to follow that same line of work. And I am following that same line of work. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there about Miss Laveau. And I want to document this book. Go get it, fam. Check it out, read up on it. And check out the rituals in this book, because they got some good rituals in here as well. They got some good rituals in here. I'm sure they work. I'm more than positive they work. I haven't done any as of yet, but look out for some more videos, family, because they're coming. I'm gonna do some of these rituals, and I will put the results in a video. But yeah, it's a real good book. She got a banishing doll ritual in here, front porch conjure. Shout out to Conjure Queen, which I learned a lot from watching her videos. On a shout out to her, CQ. Thank you for the videos you're putting out, and the work that you do. I just want to shout you out. And yeah, shout out to CQ. So with that being said, my name is Michael Jordan. I am the Sirius Alchemist. If you would like a reading from me, hit me up on my email posted below. If you would like some herbs, I have herbs that deal with dreams, that help you dream better, to go into deep dreaming. I have herbs that help with pains. If you have some types of pains in the body, I have herbs that help with that. So if you were interested in any of that, hit me up. And if you like anything or interested, if anything in the video resonates with you, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? That helps get me in the algorithms and stuff, and get this information out there. So with that, again, my name is Michael Jordan. I'm the Sirius Alchemist. Peace.